Hey, what's up guys? Footy Manager TV here, and this is my second episode of Let's Talk FIFA 14. And after my first episode having a pretty good response, a lot of comments, a lot of views as well, I'm seeing people definitely want to see stuff about FIFA 14, and that was on like head-to-head seasons gameplay. And today I'm going to do some Ultimate Team gameplay, what's my thoughts on it. And the gameplay you'll see is just some random match I did, actually just a skill team I built, mixed with silver and gold Brazilian players, so their team is probably stronger, but we got the skills and a bit more pace, so you see how that match will pan out. But I'm not really going to be commentating on that, which is the theme of the Let's Talk FIFA 14. I basically, if you saw the first video, I'm just talking about what I think is good and mostly stuff that can be improved and that I like to be improved. And also, I will be doing more FIFA 14 videos. I know FIFA 14's not out, obviously, but like predictions. I'll be doing some predictions of ratings of teams. Who do I think will increase and that kind of thing. So hopefully you enjoy that. As you can see, they're trying to do some skills. I'm just this was my first match building a skill team basically, and before really practicing to do skills, just trying to do it for a bit of fun. So you may see me just try it a bit more than I should, just for a bit of fun, pretty much. So, but yeah, anyway, that's enough on that. So now I'll get into really what I think can be improved and my thoughts on the current, mostly of the gameplay of Ultimate Team, how it currently is. So to me, there's really two big things that stand out, and there is one thing that leads to that. So I'll tell you, obviously you probably know the overpower of sprinting and the overpower of the shots and the accuracy of the shots also. And that's led to sliders. I'm not sure how many people know that, but Ultimate Team, it uses sliders. I'm not sure if everyone knows that, because I didn't know that. I had to read on the EA forums by a couple of people mentioning that to actually find that out. So I think they're actually going to score here. Again, a very good evidence of a very... Obviously, that was a good shot there, but it's in Ultimate Team, it definitely increases the chances. When you're basically one-on-one with the keeper, you just need to do a lot of power, or like medium to a lot of power, and then obviously aim to one side, not straight at the keeper, and then you almost always will score, even if it's not a great player. Once I scored like with a defender, a centre-back with very low shooting power as well. He had like 50 shooting power, and still it seemed like 80 plus shooting power. But that's just one thing, and like I said, that's led because of the game, or Ultimate Team uses adjusted sliders. The shot powers increase, the shot accuracy increase, and also on the pace as well. The pace sliders are increased. And also there's another one that probably people notice less, and that would be the sliders of increasing the defenders' attacking positioning, more so the fullbacks. If you notice your defenders run up heaps, sometimes they appear as their attackers. And if you actually want your defenders to stay back, you have to play on ultra defensive. And sometimes they still go up, so you can't win in both situations. But yeah, even if you just play a normal, like the setting in between ultra defensive and ultra attacking, it really, your defenders, they attack heaps. I suppose people can say use the defenders with good work rates, but really, you can't do that with every single player, and it really restricts the amount of players you can have in your Ultimate Team. And that's another thing, Ultimate Team, that should be, you can build any team you want, but the restrictions of the chemistry, there is really big restrictions on players, and you can't actually build your Ultimate Team. You're basically building players with the same nationality or from the same league, and you pretty much can't build unless you are really experienced. If you know how to build like those hybrid teams and that kind of thing, you basically can't build a team that you want. You can't have guys like, you can't have Rooney and Ronaldo. They don't even link together. They get no link, and they used to play with each other, and they would have great chemistry in real life playing, I would imagine, because they used to play obviously in the same team for Manchester United. And if you want to have Rooney at the striker, then Ronaldo left wing in Ultimate Team, that is no link at all. They're not the same nationality, not the same team, so they get no link. Yeah, so that makes no sense to me, because they used to play. That's definitely another chemistry link they need to add. Future or past players that used to play in the same team, or yeah, any period they play together for at least probably a year or so, not like for less than a year, because probably they wouldn't have great chemistry. And just because a player has the same nationality, it doesn't mean they're going to have great chemistry. For example, just say if there was some guy from Argentina, like a bronze player from Argentina, like a really not a great player, and he played like in the second division of Argentina or whatever, and you have him with Messi. Obviously, Messi is a good player, but if you have a left winger that like a bronze player that was I was mentioning, and he never played with Messi before, what makes him for sure going to have full chemistry with Messi just because he's from the same country? And say if he's never played with him before, how is it? If that was a real life situation, but I suppose you can say he know how Messi plays. Say if you're comparing two bronze Argentina players, that could be a bit easier because say if they've never seen each other play before, in the game they would have 100% or not 100. They would have a 9 chemistry for linking with each other. But that doesn't make sense. If that was real life, they would have basically no chemistry. In Ultimate Team, this is one thing I'm leading to talk about. I want the chemistry to start low, then build, depending on how much players play together. For example, say if you construct a team at the start, when you get your starting team, you should basically have 20 to 30 chemistry, not too low because it'll be very hard to play with, especially if you want to play online, offline as well, depends what level you play on. And then, in my opinion, I think players should increase in chemistry when they have good performances. Maybe say for a winger or someone he assists for the striker, the chemistry grows between those two players. I think that could be a very good addition. Also, when they have a good form as well, when they get good ratings, the chemistry for that player should go up. But when they have a bad game, a very bad rating, maybe a defender, if he like concedes a penalty or something, a striker, if he misses a penalty, and then he should decrease in chemistry. I think that could be a very good addition to make it more challenging because now anyone who has a good amount of coins can build a super team and have 100% chemistry, and I don't think it should be that easy because you just you can open some packs with some real money. All you need about $20 or so, and you can build a decent team now because the prices. That's something I'm gonna get into probably in other videos. But yeah, right now you can build a really solid team with 100% chemistry for really a low amount of coins. And to me, it shouldn't be that way. But that's obviously just my opinion. Even in the last video, some people agree with what I said, some people didn't. That's just people's opinions. So hopefully you think that's a good idea on how you can build chemistry. I think that will be more fun and also more challenging because right now, Ultimate Team, when you have a good amount of coins, it's way too easy to build a 100% chemistry gold team. And yeah, the prices I'll get into in another video because the prices for gold players is really almost... Some of the gold players cost less than some silver players and even some bronze players, just depending for the pacey players or not. But yeah, so that's something I'll talk about in another video where I focus more on the card side of Ultimate Team, if that makes sense. Focusing on how trading works and how it can be improved and the players or the prices of the players of the cards, I guess you can say. And next is a suggestion I've seen quite often, which is pink slip matches or wager matches where you can put up a player or amount of coins and whoever wins that match, they win everything. And I suppose that's a bit of a controversial topic as it promotes like gambling and that kind of thing. So it's a bit hard. I'm not sure whether EA would want to put that into the game because of promoting gambling and that kind of thing. I doubt they would want to do that, but it's definitely something I've seen suggested a lot, and I think it does add a bit of extra fun to the game, but also people can complain like when people not cheat, but score like sweaty goals and that kind of thing, and then really start to complain heaps. I can see that happening heaps of times on the forums. Like, say got some guy putting up like 10,000 or 100,000 coins, like a bigger amount, and they complain like he scoring just like a sweaty goal, then complaining to EA. And I think they'll realize that would happen more. That more people complaining about the gameplay of the game with sweaty goals that can be scored pretty much easily. But to me, that's just bad defending on most occasions. But obviously, sometimes you can't really handle it, but most of the time, at least when I score those kind of goals, I only score them pretty much when they bring their goalkeeper up, because it makes that extra space for the player, and of course, everyone's going to score an easier goal. And sweaty goals, I kind of talked about it in my last video, so I don't really want to talk about it too much, because like you see here, I could have gone for that opportunity because the goalkeeper ran up. If he didn't run up, I probably just would have taken the shot and tried to take the shot near post or something like that. So yeah, as you saw, there would have been the example when I would have tried to go for a sweaty goal, as it likes to be called, which to me doesn't really make sense. Sweat, to me, that doesn't make sense. And it's really, People like overuse that word now, which it doesn't make sense to me, but that's just me. If you look the definition of sweaty on the internet, but obviously some people add some interesting ideas because of FIFA, and here we go. Could have had the opportunity again, and the goalkeeper didn't go up there, but obviously people like to go for they want to take the extra chances, and if you actually watch in real life, it's happening. Those kind of goals are happening a lot. And do you hear the commentators call that a sweaty goal? Not once have I heard that by a commentator. It's just some phrase that people use to try and attempt to be funny or excuse for bad defending, pretty much. And that's really it, in my opinion. Because yeah, those goals in real life when they're scored, the commentators don't use that excuse for a goal. A lot of the times they're very good constructed goals with the passing play, and it's just the finish. The final play, like teams that pass it through the net or pass the ball until they just walk through the net. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, walking the ball through the net like Barcelona do. I'm not saying Barcelona is sweaty. Barcelona, obviously, they score great goals, but that's how they finish their goals. The way they finish their goals is what is described as sweaty goals. I know there was a kind of comment. Someone said, accused me of calling Barcelona sweaty. That's not what I was doing. Because to me, sweaty, that's not even a comparison or a word to describe a team. I don't even understand what that means. But anyway, yeah, that's what I basically mean. It's a controversial topic, I guess, but I suppose those kind of goals happen a lot. Cutback goals, that's what they basically are. But really, it really depends how you play, your formation and that kind of thing. If you play like with two strikers, obviously you're gonna get that kind of situation a lot because of having two attacking players in that central position. So, like I said, it just depends on your formation and also how you play and also how the opposition plays. You can really prevent it also on your which formation you choose in defense as well. For me, using a 3-defender formation, it really prevents it more so than a 4-defender formation, but that's just me. Maybe it's my tactics, how I play, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just my experience throughout the game. And Ultimate Team, obviously, it can probably happen more, but that's because the gameplay is more attacking. And like I said, I mentioned that before, how the gameplay is more attacking. That's because the sliders are adjusted. And people always complain on career mode when people use sliders. Obviously, KSI, he talks about the goals of the week, for his goals of the week, that kind of thing, and he says no offline due to sliders. Ultimate Team actually has adjusted sliders, and the guys who win most of the time, they're online Ultimate Team goals, and that uses adjusted sliders. So that kind of premise of KSI's goal of the week, top 5 goal of the weeks, the purpose of it is defeated because Ultimate Team Online actually uses adjusted sliders. So I've tried to say that a couple times, but obviously my comment lasts for about 30 seconds before it gets flooded by the other comments as he takes a long shot there. But obviously it was awry from the shot by Pirlo, and he's not going to score from there with the pressure. But anyway, like I said, there are a couple of my opinions of Ultimate Team. And like I said, I'm going to be starting to do a lot more of FIFA 14 Let's Talk. I'm probably going to start another series because it's like a different sort of title and different subject of player ratings. So leave some suggestions in the comments, which teams you like me to do, which players. Don't just suggest players because I'm going to do a whole team. Just going to go in the FIFA 13 game and just adjust the attributes of players that I think should be correct for FIFA 14. As you can see, we score a nice goal there eventually after creating a lot of chances to equalise from Kanu. As you know, Brazilian team are very good for skills, which I'm just learning to do. So obviously, sometimes I kind of fail, but yeah, I was just trying to have fun in this match. Wasn't taking it seriously. Like I say, I don't really take Ultimate Team seriously because of how the gameplay is. I just play for fun. That's why I built a skill team. Because if you take it too seriously, it's not fun at all. Because you play against those players who just have the pacey players. And yeah, they probably take it too seriously. Like they take they do whatever they can do to get the win, and with that, it makes the games not fun. And that's why I probably enjoy seasons more. And I try and find people who play a fair way because that's more fun, and that's why I kind of play career mode a lot. Because at times, previous years, it hasn't been the case. I've enjoyed playing online more in the last couple of years, but this year offline has been more fun playing career mode. But also, career mode, it's getting boring now, so I'm going back to Ultimate Team. And also, the whole game is almost getting boring for me, but obviously, Ultimate Team, you can build different teams, so that is kind of, you can freshen it up a bit if you know how to build some unique teams and that kind of thing, and we take another shot there, getting some shots on target. So like I said, leave some suggestions for which teams I should do player ratings for, and also other things about in the game I should talk about FIFA 14, but a lot of them will be rating predictions. So leave your suggestions for teams, that kind of thing. Obviously, I'll do the big teams first because that's probably what the majority want to see. And also, for next year, I'm gonna or when FIFA 14 is released. Obviously, it's still a way away, but I definitely want to get suggestions what type of careers you want me to do, because I'm gonna just focus on one big career. I'm gonna like start a lower team and then build up to a bigger team, and I think that could be very interesting. Because suppose you can say I've started a lot of careers, but I've done that because my hard drive that I used to record my videos on, that broke. So I unfortunately lost everything. Then I started a couple new ones, and I'm just going to be focusing on them for the duration of FIFA 13. Plus these Let's Talk FIFA 14, almost amazing skill goal there by Neymar. Fantastic creation there by Skilling. And yeah, pretty good. Like I said, I'm pretty much just experimenting with the skills because, like I said, I haven't really done so much in FIFA 13. I like to pass a bit more, but obviously, if you know skills, it could be a very good. It like adds to your repertoire, and you may want to use it just in occasion, just to beat one defender. Even though if you just use it a couple times in a match, it could be very useful and help you score a game-winning goal. And also, like I said in the previous video of Let's Talk FIFA 14, as you see, you stop playing right there. Yeah, I was going to say, don't be afraid to leave some suggestions yourself. I may want to add them into my next video, because I would love if EA could see one of these videos. And I've always left, in my opinion, great suggestions, but obviously they really never have been listened to. So I really want to get these videos out really early, like at this time of the year, not like really close to FIFA 14, because then they have no time to actually have a chance to add these ideas. So that's why I wanted to do it a bit earlier, and really no one has so far, or at least no one popular. And before really people say like you're copying doing this because KSI did, but he's not doing Let's Talk FIFA 14. That's yeah, he did some for Let's Talk like FIFA 12, FIFA 13, I think, FIFA 11 maybe. But he hasn't really done so lately because he seems to have other better things to do. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Definitely will be more, like I said, with predictions of player ratings. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys next time.